What's going on, y'all? We got something to talk about here when it comes to Xbox. As you know, yesterday, Microsoft didn't really want to make a huge appearance at the Game Awards. They didn't have to because it had enough to advertise basically for everyone. Kind of seems like that type of thing where now people want to follow the direct method that Nintendo does for their own type of stuff. And that's cool. Because we know, we haven't seen much when it comes to certain games from Microsoft that I obviously want to see. Obviously, I don't care about their hardware anymore, but what I do care about some IPs they have, obviously from studios like Bethesda, Undead Labs, and a couple other developers that they kind of have there. Obviously, Playground Games, I really want to see what they're going to be doing and how they can take a step outside of their boundaries of racing and try something outside of that. That's always something interesting to see. So here we get some answers about what's going to be going on with their next showcase, which is called Xbox Dev Direct. And that's going to be on January 26th. So not too far away from CES, as we know, happens every single year around that time. So it says right here, we've got a lot of stuff that we're shipping next year. I will tell you that Playground Games is going to be in the Dev Direct, but we'll have more stuff next year to ship than we can fit into one show. So obviously they have a lot of, I think, AA games, AAA as well, and some stuff that we haven't seen. Because, they got a lot of studios, so they're going to have stuff to talk about. Maybe some other partner stuff that we don't know about. But we're going to get some answers right here. So first and foremost, there's an article by Variety. But let's read some comments down here. It says, I bet it's for both Forza 6 and Fable. 100%. We know Horizon is already really good. It's always meta when it launches. So when I think of Forza, I don't think... And that's the only studio in Microsoft I can say where I don't have to worry about anything. I know for sure Forza Horizon 6 is going to be an amazing game. And it also is a setting that I find very attractive. The setting in Japan. So I'm definitely looking forward to that game because I know that that's going to be fire. And it doesn't matter where you're at, you're going to be able to play it. And I think that game can sell 10 million because it's going to be on PC. It's going to be, well, Magnus is not going to be a separate console, but you got to get the point. You're going to be able to buy it just on the Xbox, whatever, you know what I mean? Either you're on Game Pass or you're on Steam. But anyways, you'll be able to buy it as Microsoft being a publisher there, or you'll be able to buy it on PlayStation ecosystem as well. And who knows if they'll try to fit Forza Horizon 5 and 6 on the Switch too, if they find a way to get some cloud aspect going. I don't know. I think Microsoft's going to try everything they can when it comes to getting as much publishing power as possible. Now, Fable is something that I want to talk about that I'm a little bit worried about because they were never confident on showing us anything like groundbreaking where it's like, you ready to see this to get blown away? I haven't seen that yet. Everything's kind of been like people saying, what is this, man? I don't know. Are you guys like in development hell? Do you need help? And I don't think it's a question of talent, but it's a question of I'm not comfortable doing this type of game like I thought I would be because I'm very good when it comes to Forza, but when it comes to Fable, they may need a little bit more time, and maybe by the time they show it, I think we might be surprised. That's what I hope for. I hope for the best because I've always loved the Fable franchise. I got 100% on 1, 2, and 3 pretty much. Did everything. 3 was kind of disappointing. I don't know if you guys remember, that final boss was like, what the hell, man? Like, it just felt so mindless. Like, everything else was kind of like cool, though I liked 2 way better than 3, and 1 as well because it was fresh. Peter Moore had some good ideas, but he didn't fully follow through. But I think with the Playground Games engines, that game could obviously look phenomenal, but that's not what's going to make Fable great. It's all the other things like great gameplay, great direction, good humor, unique integration into the world where Fable had a unique integration with the house and stuff back in the days. Was kind of ahead of its time. Having some nice online aspects to it. Having, obviously, like I said, a good story as well and good writing, because when you think of Fable, it kind of aligns in that certain type of feeling that you would think about worlds now that are kind of in there from games like The Witcher, you know what I mean? Or something like, I wouldn't say it's going to align with Divinity, but I mean like that sort of type of like atmosphere that you get in those type of northern worlds and those Nordic aspects. You guys know what I'm talking about. So it has to have that touch on it. It has to have a bit of great mystery and magic, you know what I mean? Because you're thinking about a Fable. So it has to feel very alive where you're like, yes, I want to put hundreds of hours into this game. If they can do that, I'm going to be very happy because we know Playground Games make Forza games and you can play them for a long time. So I'm hoping that Fable gets the same treatment. Now, another game that I want to talk about before we get to this article that I know that I want to see there is State of Decay 3. You know how you see games, and I've said this before, like Arc Raiders, you see games like, you know what I mean, those survival games, you know what I mean, where people play them for a long time. What's another good one? What's it called? Daisy or whatever. But there's like these survival games that Western society is huge on. They always blow up. State of Decay 3 could be a huge IP for Microsoft that can sell millions, along with Fable selling millions and Forza selling millions, if they do the right thing. We're talking about IPs here now. Like, because we know Forza Horizon 6 is already going to sell that. Fable, I know I can't clarify that, but I would hope for that. And State of Decay 3, no matter what, because it's one of those type of games, it's going to have that next-gen engine and all that. And we've seen what Undead Labs can do with State of Decay 2 and how they improved upon that and never gave up. They don't give up on their games. I think State of Decay 3, like, no matter what, it's going to sell millions, but it has the potential to be huge because it's not going to be just on the Xbox. It's going to be on Steam, and they love those type of games. And it's going to be on PlayStation, and they love those type of games. And maybe they may be able to port it to the Switch too. I don't know. But what I do know is just between those platforms, those 3 games could be huge, and Microsoft could actually have a huge year next year, and maybe Forza Horizon 6 may be able to be Game of the Year contender. I don't know. Maybe they may be able to get into that. But all in all, those are 3 games I expect to be there. I also expect Microsoft to show some more stuff from other IPs they haven't really got into yet. I'm kind of hoping so. Maybe they will surprise us with a Banjo, a new Killer Instinct, something from Rare, right? Because they're supposed to have something. We'll see. Let's look into this a little bit and see. Okay, so they got South of Midnight launching, but that's not going to be massive, but hopefully they'll get some support for that. Call of Duty movie, whatever. Try to, like, make that game more attractive. Like, do not milk it. It was a terrible idea to do Black Ops 6 and then do 7 right after. Like, what are you thinking? Like, you shouldn't have done that. And that backfired big time. So they got nominations, obviously. Fallout TV series was there. That was good. I liked that. So we got Mr. Matt over here saying, it's a good button on the end of the year for us. Microsoft's president of the game content. No, dude, no. No, you guys did terrible at the end of this year, but you started off good. Told Variety in an interview last week tied to tonight's big event at the Peacock Theater in Los Angeles. This year for us has been about delivering on the promise of roadmap, frequency of titles, delivering on consistency, delivering on quality. You did drop a lot of games. I have to say, I wasn't too disappointed in that. I was disappointed in the way you handled your hardware and your subscription Game Pass increase and just crashing everything when you had everything pro-consumer going for you. But this is not a beat-down video. This is me saying that, obviously. So yeah, you did drop all those games through monopolizing and getting all those studios. But what you need to do is you need to do the same thing this year, and you need to deliver from a software standpoint since you're going to be mostly a third-party publisher now. So you need to take care of that and make sure you have the gaming quality because that's the most important thing anyways. And it's just great for the Game Awards as a celebration of the industry overall, but the 10 nominations for Microsoft is a good button on what has been a year of focus for us. And as you know, the results of the last 12 months we put in motion 2 to 3, 4 years ago. So it's great for the teams to see that recognition and be able to land such a great year. I would say, I wouldn't say that because you finished weak and pathetic. Because they did all the development, but then you killed everything with your greed right before the DRAM crisis is coming to make everything worse. So it's not really the developers I'm mad at. It's more about the corporate suits. The Game Awards is a unique beast in the award circuit in that, unlike Emmys, Oscars, Tonys, and Grammys, the paragons of achievement in their respective entertainment industries, the Game Awards isn't just a 3-hour show honoring the top video game titles over the past year. It's an event packed with announcements of new games, release dates, and epic trailer launches, okay? And while Microsoft Gaming has some planned for tonight, including Variety's exclusive Game Awards reveal, that Xbox exclusive and 2025 Game Award nominee South of Midnight will be launched on PlayStation 5 and Switch 2 next spring. Booty says that Xbox Game Studios has so much coming down the pipeline in 2026 that a good chunk of news will be head back into the Dev Direct presentation in January. And even then, that won't cover it all. So they definitely have a lot to reveal. Obviously, I can't share exactly what's there, he said, but we peeked into a couple games, as we know, that are going to be, I think, the biggest games of the show. But we've got a lot of stuff that we're shipping next year. In fact, usually Dev Direct is about highlighting what's coming up for the year ahead. So we'll get a roadmap again like we did. Okay, let's see what you have. This year, we've got some stuff coming up that we can fit in one show, he said. So I will tell you that Playground Games, as we saw right up there, we know about that, along with the new Fable, the next Forza, Microsoft Gaming, Phil Spencer has previously tested 2026. Oh, Gears of War E-Day. Halo Campaign Evolved. Okay, so they do have that as well. So they got 5 games next year that, okay, that's looking like that could be huge. So here's my thing. Gears of War E-Day can also be a huge game if they do it correctly. I think that game can sell millions because you're going back to the roots. And if you do the right thing, that can be well. So Microsoft could have, like I said, a pretty good year next year because I already have 5 big games that could be launching potentially. I think Gears of War is going to do good no matter what. Halo will sell millions, but you messed up because your year could have been much better if you would have added multiplayer. Dude, I'm telling you right now, all they have to do is announce, you know what? Halo Campaign Evolve plus multiplayer edition. Like, do that in like some title reveal and put that as like some expansion coming. I'm giving you guys an idea right now. You can add the expansion, the Halo multiplayer expansion, boom, boom, boom. You know what I mean? Do like some like little effect with that coming soon. You know what I mean? Or coming late 2026. And you can blow the roof off with that along with Gears of War E-Day. And you can have multiple multiplayer aspects going with co-op aspects going because Forza is going to be online. Fable could be online. You guys could really have a lot of things going on multiple communities. You know what I mean? Why not do that? I'm just giving you some ideas here. As I said, I still like the Xbox brand, but I'm not going to talk about Microsoft. But all these games could obviously do very well on PlayStation devices, and they're going to do well on Steam. So yeah, I think Gears of War E-Day can definitely be a good game. Halo Campaign Evolve, we know what that's going to be. But I'm more excited for this than I am for that because I know that's going to be a complete package. So yeah, we got those games showing. I also think that we're going to see something like a Fallout remake next gen or something like that. So we could have that coming from Bethesda secretly. We may have some like gameplay for Elder Scrolls 6. They could have a pretty good year. Obviously, it ain't coming out, but I'm saying you can get some type of teaser. Or maybe they have something else coming for Starfield. Who knows? But you got that. Blizzard may have something around the corner. There we go. I mean, those are definitely some IPs and ideas that we can see coming from Microsoft. So I think when it comes to software, they can be fine next year, along with Nintendo and Sony, who we know are going to be doing okay. Sony already gave us a sneak peek into what they have coming next year. We know they'll have more money hats, but their year's looking pretty solid next year. Nintendo is going to be looking pretty good too. So overall, I think next year can be another amazing year. Besides the DRAM crisis and the NAND HDD crisis, I'm not really looking forward to that. I really hope this bubble pops in our face, but let's see how long that's going to take. So yeah, they got the 25th anniversary of Xbox coming, so a lot of that's going to be going on. And you also got the 40th anniversary of Bethesda, so they're going to have to show something. Blizzard's 35th. So yeah, I mean, that looks like that might be a good show. Call of Duty, I'm sorry, I'm tired of seeing it. I don't give a damn. I go away. That's how I feel about it. I'm just tired of seeing it. You know what I mean? It's like, just stop. But they're going to keep doing that to milk. Now, a movie, I mean, maybe it could be good. We'll see, but I don't care. But everything else, I'm interested in all those other games. I'm interested in some of the IPs you have. So that's kind of like covering this right here and what they're going to do. We also got Clockwork. I forgot about that game. That somehow has a bit of potential. So yeah, Microsoft has a lot of games that they could be revealing next year. And Game Pass looking like it's going to be really good again. So that's what I think about that. So other than that, I mean, if we go down here, he's going to just be talking about stuff with Call of Duty and the plans with their movie and all of that. I just want to kind of get into the meaty things for you guys. They also got a Minecraft movie that's going to be coming out in 2027, and they're working on a Gears of War movie. So, I mean, they're doing a lot of things with the video game industry still, at least in that sense when it comes to software and development, like content in a TV show and a movie and video games. Hardware, hey, man, you can choose all sorts of stuff. That doesn't really matter. So, from a publishing standpoint, it's still looking like they can be a force in the industry. So, yeah, let me know what you guys think. If there's any other games you want to see, like, I don't know what the hell, it sucks what happened with Perfect Dark, Everwild, you know what I mean, all that type of stuff. But that's enough content, honestly, so they could have us a pretty good year next year from that perspective. Like, comment, subscribe, let me know what you guys think. Peace out, have a great day. Do not mess up Fable. I really hope you guys could do that. I'm looking forward to that. State of Decay 3, I know that's going to be good.